Tonight, Easton and Whitehall meet in the Boys 4A Championship Final. Easton features number 33, Terrence Fitzpatrick, a 6'5 junior who averages 15 points per game. Whitehall's big man is number 54, Tony Medina, a 6'4 senior who averages 16 points per game.
Well, hi there once again, everybody. I'm Johnny Dady, along with Mike Zambelli, all set to bring you the final game for this 1990-91 East Penn Conference season, along with the District 11 championship season. And we're at Stabler Arena tonight. While most teams in East Penn Conference met twice during regular season play, these two teams, Easton and Whitehall, met each other just once. Oddly enough, it was the season's opener for the ZEPHYRS and the third game of the season for Easton. Whitehall was forced to go an extra period before edging the Red Rovers 44-42. The second meeting between these two teams was an East Penn Conference Championship game Friday night, February 22nd at Betham's Memorial Gym. And despite Whitehall's 17-1 league record and Easton's 14-4 mark, the Red Rovers came out on top 47-33 to win their first East Penn Conference title since way back in the 1975-76 season. Talk about a team peaking. Well, the Red Rovers had a brilliant week. After a so-so performance and a 53-37 win over Deroff in the opening round, the Red Rovers hit their peak against Peaburg, humiliating the State Liners 68-46. And then came the big win over Whitehall. As a matter of fact, Easton played so well that week, they could have given some college teams a run for their money. And now the Rovers are well established on the road to Hershey. They opened quarterfinal round play with an easy 58-36 win over Nazareth. Then defeated Pocono Mountain 58-39 in the semifinal round. On the other hand, Whitehall, a well-coached and solid team, got an opening round bye. Allen then defeated Allen in the semifinal round 47-39 to get their second chance at Easton. Will it be revenge, or will it be just to avenge that last Zephyr setback? About an hour and a half from now, we'll all know.
Well, there are going to be a lot of motivating factors. We will take a look at the starting lineups, and there will be one change from when we saw the championship game. You see Bartlett. Apgar starts in place of the injured Terrence Billman. I do understand he could possibly play tonight. Coach Suffin doesn't know whether he wants to risk more injury. He knows he's going into the state championship. Bennett, Schoeneck, and Fitzpatrick. Now with this lineup, Bennett kind of moves from forward and does a lot of the ball handling out in front. He's quite a good basketball player and kind of swingman. For the ZEPHYRS, it will be the Iron Five. We'll see maybe one or two substitutions, but not many. Buskirk, Mulchaney, who I thought had a great tournament week in the East Penn Conference. Lasicki fully recovered now from the injured hand. No tape, no nothing. And he showed that the other night against Allen, scoring 19 points. Fetchko and Medina, and I really think if the ZEPHYRS are going to be successful here tonight, Medina only scored 6 points in the championship game, the East Penn Conference game. They need to find a way to get Medina free and involved in their offense. There is Tony Medina right there. Second top vote getter in the East Penn Conference this year.
It's going to be very interesting to see how three officials, or if it will make a difference in a ball game. The last time these two teams met, Whitehall only had 2 attempts from the foul line in the first half, and they were both by Mike Fetchko, and he converted both, and that was all. They were 0-0 in the second half of the ball game. As a matter of fact, the line on that game had Easton with 18 field goals, 2 of them three-pointers, 9 out of 11 from the free throw line for their 47 points, and Whitehall had 14 field goals, 3 of them three-pointers, just 2 and 2 from the foul line for their total of 33. The officials for tonight's ball game, Ron Singer, Gary Spangler, and Frank D'Angelo.
You were looking a moment ago, that is assistant coach at Easton High School. I believe that's Ed McIntyre you're looking at there. Stan Suffin is just to his left. But you were looking at Ron Hassler a moment ago, and I want to send congratulations along to both he and his wife. Kathy has finally delivered that long-awaited child. It was a baby girl, and I understand things are doing fine. Certainly congratulations and best wishes to both of them.
All right, let's look at the Red Rovers. Stan Suffin, 22nd year as head coach. Number 10 is Terry Bartlett, a 5'10 sophomore. Number 32 is Bob Apgar, a 6-foot senior. Number 21, L.J. Bennett, a 6'3 junior. Number 44, Jeff Schoeneck, a 6'9 senior. Rounding out the starting five, number 33, Terrence Fitzpatrick, a junior who stands at 6'5. Sutphin, 22nd year head coach. His assistants Bob Miller and Ed McIntyre.
This will be a rematch not only of the East Penn Conference Championship game of this year, but also a rematch of the District 11 4A Championship last year, won by Whitehall, not the way the district book has it, won by Whitehall.
All right, Whitehall players will not go out on the court to be introduced, so I'll just run them down for you. Number 10, Mike Buskirk, a 5'10 senior. Number 20 will be Pete Lisicki, a 6'2 freshman. Number 24, Greg Mulchaney, a 6-foot senior. Number 44, Mike Fetchko, a 6'1 senior. And rounding out the starting five, number 54, Tony Medina, who is a senior and stands 6'4. Ron Hassler in his 8th year as head coach at Whitehall High School. His first lieutenant assistant is Carl Case. Denny Lobb, assistant. Jerry Radoka is the JV coach. Gary Spengler, the man in the striped shirt in the center circle, and we're ready to go and get this one underway. Fitzpatrick will be jumping up against Tony Medina. Easton won East Penn Conference Championship with that 47-33 win. Ball game underway. Fitzpatrick gets the tap. Bartlett gets the ball. Bartlett with his jersey out. Fitzpatrick pulled his out. I thought there was a rule that they had to have him in.
I wish they'd enforce it if there was one.
I wish they would too.
I can't stand when they wear them shirts out like that.
Here's Schoeneck.
1-3-1 match, typical Whitehall zone, and they play it well.
Bartlett on the right side. Picked up defensively by Greg Mulchaney. Bartlett taking a ball from Bennett. Schoeneck. What are we going to see here? Oh, Mike Busker almost got that one. Field goal by Fitzpatrick.
That's what Whitehall will need to deny. Once Fitzpatrick receives the ball in that kind of position on the court, he's going to be unstoppable. He has just great leaping ability. He can out-jump everybody and Sky and not have to worry about being challenged.
Buskirk lets it fly high. Bullseye for three. Zephyrs go up 3-2.
Buskirk needs to look for his shot. We've done some games earlier in the year where I talked about that. He needs to take a little pressure off a young freshman, Pete Lisicki. Take control out there. Buskirk might be one of the best shooters in the East Penn Conference. His problem is he's too unselfish. He gets everybody involved.
Schoeneck not good. Bennett rebounds and follows it up and in. LJ's first field goal puts the Red Rovers up 4-3. Buskirk gets it over to Lisicki, Mulchaney, Fetchko. Talk about well-disciplined basketball team, well-coached. You're looking at two of them. Buskirk, that's where he left to go the last time. Gives it to Mulchaney. Lisicki for three. Up high, bullseye. And he is fouled by Fitzpatrick. The 6'2 freshman picks up a three-pointer. And Fitzpatrick, the 6'5 junior, charged with a personal foul.
Fitzpatrick a little late in getting out. That ploy worked in the championship game where Fitzpatrick ran at Lisicki. Lisicki and really all the shooters for Whitehall, kind of an off night that night. Young Pete right on the money there.
He had 5 points in the first meeting. He has 4 already tonight. He had 2 field goals that night. One of them was a three-pointer. He was not on the charity stripe, and that was his 5 points. Fitzpatrick went airborne to pull that one down. Looks, holds, Gets it to Schoeneck to Bartlett.
Whitehall showing a little more intensity to that full court press earlier in the game than what we're accustomed to. That's an adjustment here already tonight.
Schoeneck. Apgar makes a move and then has to check off. Gets it back out to Bartlett. 7-4, Whitehall, the home team. They were the top seed. 17-1 in East Penn Conference last year. Would you believe they were 18-0 in a conference? Oh, no walking. Apgar pops it. No good. Rebounded by Busker. Perhaps the smallest guy on the court. Pull that one down and gets the ball up front. Whitehall 17-1 this year, 22-5 overall, and there's a foul, and it's going to be on Fitzpatrick, his second, and we're early.
That has been, and I have gone to all of the Easton games through the districts. Schoeneck has found himself in foul trouble in both the games, and now Fitzpatrick real early. That's a nice job by Medina. Medina's going to have to work real hard inside. There's a quality basketball player right there, but he's really outnumbered by Schoeneck at 6'9", and Fitzpatrick the way he jumps. He has to play smart inside.
In the first meeting, Medina had 3 field goals, was not on a charity stripe. Tonight he has 1 for 2 from the foul line. And Whitehall has a 2-1 lead, 8-4. Apgar up over the timeline, being picked up defensively by Mulchaney. Bartlett. L.J. Bennett in and out. Rebound, Schoeneck follows it up. Not good. Taken off the boards by Greg Mulchaney of the Zephyrs. No technical foul. All the coaches. There, they call it. They call it.
What was he?
He had to call it.
Oh, yeah, I know that. But what were they screaming about? Something must have happened.
They were screaming. They saw Fitzpatrick on the floor. That's all I saw. I saw him on the floor. But then I saw the whole Easton bench up. The coach is all up. And that has to be a technical.
Oh, no question.
And now Easton wants a timeout. Yeah, you can't just jump up.
Well, they can't get off that seat at all, and you can see the obvious displeasure by the Easton coaching staff, and honestly, I missed what it was. I missed what happened down in the backcourt.
All I saw, because I was following the flight of the ball, all I saw was Fitzpatrick on the floor. And then my sight was toward this basket, right over the Easton bench, and I saw all the coaches up, all the players up and screaming.
Oh, that's definitely
and immediately
technical.
Frank D'Angelo, and that's the wrong guy to stand up on. He won't hesitate to call.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Well, it's his job to call it.
Okay, we have a timeout. 4:44 remaining in the first period. Whitehall 8 and Easton 4.
Some Zephyr fans there, some younger fans taking in the action.
In case you're a stat nut, at the end of the first quarter in their last meeting over Bethlehem, Easton led 11-9. And Mike Busker goes to the foul line for the technical.
No, there's none better anywhere around on any team. This guy's about a 92%er.
Tickled the twine. That thing never touched the net.
One of the things with Whitehall, which was a concern, and I saw their game against Allen the other night, they've only played 1 basketball game in the last 2 weeks, and I'll tell you, they were really sleepwalking in that first half. There's Ron Hassler. He mentioned it in the newspaper. Keith Greller wrote about it. He said flat. He says that's not a flat enough word to use. He said they really were, but they rebounded and came back with a strong second half.
That was Ed Beidelman, their scorekeeper side of him. Beidelman, where Busker converts the pair. Medina, fake pump, has to get the ball back out, and he does to Mulchaney. 10-4, Whitehall. There's Lisicki from the corner, and he pops it for 2. Pistol Pete picks up his second field goal. 12-4.
And that was with the big paw of Fitzpatrick right in his face. Fitzpatrick put it right in his face, and I said that earlier. You are not going to stop a young man who gets hot, no matter how you play him defensively, unless you foul him.
Well, you have to remember that Fitzpatrick has 2 personal fouls, so he's going to have to back off. We're just reaching the midway point now in the first period, and Fitzpatrick picks up his second field goal.
Well, that's where Easton has a big advantage. Again, Easton, when they post, Schoeneck or Fitzpatrick inside will create a lot of problems for Whitehall defensively.
12-6, Whitehall. Lisicki and Buskirk flip-flop. Now they get Mulchaney into the action. And Mulchaney gets it into Medina. Pete. Oh, makes a power move, goes up for the shot, and he hits it. Tony Medina 14-6, Whitehall.
The defense sloughed off against Medina. I'm a little surprised at that. Medina's very capable of canning that jumper. I'm surprised also he didn't take that. He put it on the ground or on the floor. Nice move to the basket.
Fitzpatrick has an easy deuce, and that's his third. 14-8. Easton High School last year, they were 13-5 in the conference and 18-12 overall. And tonight, they took the court with a 14-4 East Penn Conference mark and 22-6 overall. Not a bad year. Medina looking for help. Here's Fetchko. Can't get the shot away. Has to get out to Lisicki. Medina makes a good move. Goes around. Schoeneck and lays it up and in. Tony Medina went right around Jeff Schoeneck to pick up his second deuce and 5th point of the night. And again, it's Whitehall with a 2-1 advantage, 16-8 with 2:30 remaining in the first period.
Textbook
Bartlett
passing.
for 3. No. Abgar right in his hands, gets it over to Bennett. Bennett, the shot was rejected, but there was contact and a personal foul against Whitehall.
Easton taking advantage again, coming up with a second shot opportunity. You see L.J. Bennett, number 21, honorably mentioned in the East Penn Conference this past season, only a junior.
Bennett had 5 points in their first meeting, the East Penn Conference Championship game, I should say. 2 field goals, 1 of 2 fouls.
Hey, he had 5 the first time they met early in the season also.
And he has 3 already tonight. 16-9, Whitehall. L.J. now has 4.
You don't want to get involved in a golf match with him either. Top performer in the East Penn Conference this year and went on into the state competition.
16-10, Whitehall, 2:10 remaining in the first period. Buskirk looking.
Tell you, 16 points, a lot of points for the Zephyrs to score in the quarter.
Buskirk, ooh. Oh, he fired that pass, went right past Fetchko's ear.
That's good penetration by Buskirk, working 1:58 to play, but much too much heat on that one.
Yeah, Mike should have taken that shot.
Yeah, what really created what is Fetchko, I started moving towards the basket, and that made the ball appear that much faster coming at him.
They have, looks like they're showing it from way outside the left field. Fitzpatrick rebounds it, gets it to Bartlett. Schoeneck, 125 and ticking. Bennett, 16-10. Whitehall, Fitzpatrick, Bartlett for 3. Yes. Jerry Bartlett, the 5'10 sophomore, picks up a 3-pointer. He had 8 points the last meeting, 3 field goals. 1 of them was a 3-pointer, and he had 1 out of 2 from the foul line.
Well,
so he pulls the Rovers to within 3. They trail 16-13.
Well, Billman had 9 that night in the championship game, and I felt that those 2 young men were the key. We might not see Billman at all tonight, but Bartlett certainly needs to carry a little bit more of the slack.
Blocking foul against Bennett. L.J. charged with his first personal. And as a 3rd team foul against the Rovers.
Easton extending a little bit now, trying to create a trap. You look at number 21 picking up the personal foul.
They put that air conditioner on. I feel it blowing right on us.
I just put my jacket on. Yeah, it was a little bit hot. Well, certainly warmer in that first game.
Oh. Buskirk, guarded by Bennett. Fetchko in the deep corner, or rather Medina in the deep corner. Buskirk gets it out to Mulchaney. We're in a countdown, ladies and gentlemen. We have 27 seconds. Mulchaney, oh, he should have let it go. Fetchko, Mulchaney. Lisicki to Buskirk. 19 seconds. 15. Buskirk will probably take the last shot.
Yeah, they're looking last shot for sure here.
10 seconds.
The best in the business at doing this.
5 seconds, and there goes Buskirk. There's Mulchaney up high. No! At the end of the quarter. End of the first quarter. There's Whitehall 16, Easton 13. We'll be right back.
But what are you doing here?
Getting my machine fixed.
You mean your washing machine?
No, my automobile.
Well, what kind of repairs do they do here?
Well, they do brakes, they do mufflers, they do state inspection, shock absorbers, and they're locally owned and operated by two guys who grew up right here in the Lehigh Valley. Boy, don't you know nothing?
Well, I know this. If you don't stop eating, they'll have to put a set of their shock absorbers underneath the front seat of your machine.
Car Care Plus, only at ABE Car Care Center.
Are you tired of all the games played by car dealers? We are. If you want to buy a new car or truck without all the hassling and negotiating, stop by the Vinart dealerships on the Lehigh Street Auto Mile. There are no games, there's no hassling, no haggling. Each week, Vinart will shop the market to ensure the best possible no games price. Check green tag in the rearview mirror for your no games price and let the games end. See Lehigh Valley Ford, Honda, Hyundai, and Suzuki on the Lehigh Street Auto Mile.
Serving northeastern Pennsylvania with award-winning community programming, this is Service Electric Cable TV Super 2.
Hey, we're back here at the Stabler Center. There's Stan Sutphin, 22nd year. He's a dean of coaches in the East Penn Conference. Been around a long time. His team is trailing 16-13 tonight. Remember, both of these teams will advance in state tournament play along with Allen High School. Allen eliminated Pocono Mountain 78-65 in a consolation ball game. So 3 of the 4A teams will advance. In a game prior to this one, the Vikings from Allentown Central Catholic repeated as district champions with an 80-74 overtime victory over West Hazelton.
You know, if there's not enough incentive to win here tonight, the loser of this game will get to travel and play Williamsport up in their area, and that trip has been absolutely no fun at all the last couple of years.
The Millionaires up there. That's a long way from home.
They're millionaires, all right.
Buskirk made a good move. Now, inside the paint and pops it. Boy, they're going to miss him. It seems like we've seen him forever over there in football and basketball.
He's such an unselfish and absolutely smart basketball player. You know, and on a side note, school principal Dale Baker also talks about him as the leader in the school and in the classroom. He's going to be a tough one to replace all the way around at Whitehall High School.
Schoeneck, Bartlett. Here's Billman in the lineup.
And this is his first action in district play.
Goes airborne to get the rebound and flips over to Medina. Tony calls Buskirk back and says, "Here, Mike." And there goes Buskirk.
I would do the same thing. That's the man that controls it all. Number 10, as I mentioned in that first quarter, sometimes a bit too unselfish.
Mulchaney, Buskirk. Medina makes a power move, gives it a Fetchko. Oh, that was rejected, but body contact and a foul charge to Terry Billman. Billman, the 5'11 senior, had 1 field goal in their last meeting. It was a 3-pointer. He had 6 out of 6 from the foul line for a total of 9 points.
See, now that's good basketball by Whitehall. That is some of the things we did not see. They relied heavily on the outside jump shot, and they didn't shoot real well in the championship game. Now they're getting some movement inside. That will take away from that Easton rush to the corners and make them pack it in a little bit more if they can get some production like that.
Fetchko, who had the only 2 out of 2 the last meeting, misses a pair here. And they stand around and let Easton grab it.
Billman's problem, by the way, again, is the wrist. Now, John mentioned there is no tape on that wrist, but his problem is catching the basketball. He can dribble it. He can certainly run fine enough. I really don't know about his shooting, but his problem is catching it right there. He seems to be all right tonight, though.
Schoeneck, Billman for 3. Rebounded by Medina. Fitzpatrick looking at the official out of the corner of his eye to see if there was any foul.
Hey, Medina protects the basketball when he brings it down. I know a lot of people through this league don't appreciate it.
There he goes. Oh, look at this. And he's fouled by Fitzpatrick. And that'll be 3rd against Terrence.
Well, one of the things you can do when you're outmanned inside is outsmart him. That's a heck of a job by number 54. Let's watch him here. He's going to get Fitz in the air.
Oh, boy, he faked him right out of his boots.
Well, one of the things that you can do to a young man who's a shot blocker is that. And that's what Medina has to do. To get his rhythm going, he has to keep those big people off balance inside.
Medina 2 for 3. 3 for 4 from the foul line to go along with 2 field goals. A steal. Buskirk misses it. Rebounded by Billman. Here's Bennett.
Good trap that time by Whitehall. Buskirk just unable to convert.
Bennett for 3, not good. Mulchaney comes up with the loose ball. Wraps it up and then flips over to Buskirk. 5:40 remaining in the first half. 20-13 Whitehall. Mulchaney.
Look for Whitehall maybe to take advantage now.
There goes Lisicki. No. But look at the position. And Buskirk will get it. That's what kills you in basketball.
Oh, you know it.
Those
and that's,
rebounds.
That's what will drive a coach crazy, to give a team a second opportunity at scoring points against you.
Medina. An ollie. Oh, there's a foul. And this one is on Whitehall, and it'll be on Lisicki.
Well, that's a tough shot for Tony. We have seen him do a lot of amazing things this year, but the hook shot over 6'9", I don't know about. That's a little bit tough.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm talking about in the presence of Schoeneck inside. That's nice defense by number 44.
Bennett. Schoeneck going to give and go. He tries to slam, and he missed it.
He's going to get called for a tee for hanging on the rim, too, I think. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, this is real costly. Easton not showing the patience that they had in the championship game. Misses the jam, and that can work both ways. Let's take a look at it. It's a good call by the officials. In disgust, we're going to see now, just doesn't hang in the air long enough, and then hangs on the rim.
Nothing more embarrassing than missing a slam.
Oh, yeah, no question. This is a big turnaround. That makes it already now a 3-point turnaround. Buskirk makes another one, could be a 4-point turnaround. And then if Whitehall converts, because they will get possession of the basketball, could be anywhere from a 4 to a 7-point turnaround.
Buskirk.
Yeah, don't look for him to miss too many freebies.
22-13 and possession. And here comes Buskirk right back. I am inclined to think that Easton is a little bit disorganized at this point.
No question about it, John. They are not the disciplined team that we saw in the conference championship game.
Their turnover, and Billman.
Only the 3rd turnover of the game. The Zephyrs' 2nd. Easton's committed 1.
Bennett, Billman, Schoeneck. Schoeneck, look out. No!
They're going to get Schoeneck, I think.
No.
Oh, boy.
Maybe Medina. Medina is first.
Take a look here. Schoeneck active on the board. Tough shot he attempted right there, off balance, but you see him moving in there. Arms getting tangled up, and the call goes against Medina.
None shooting. Bennett inbounds to Schoeneck. Over to Bartlett. Billman.
The play was set up to go back to Bennett on the weak side. Nice reaction by Lisicki to cut that pass off.
Billman. And Bartlett flip-flop. Bartlett throws it in traffic. Knocked down and picked up by the Zephyrs. And here's Buskirk. Mike. Oh, they're calling a foul on Fetchko.
Tell you what, a defensive effort by number 11, Terrence Billman. You don't pick Buskirk's pocket too often. He comes up with it, and then in the ensuing scramble, we'll see the foul. That's a nice effort by Billman. He shows you his quickness.
Oh, looks like he was planted pretty well there.
I'll say he was. He was just holding his own position there. Foul one against Fetchko.
Bartlett. Billman to Bartlett. Bennett. Billman makes a move for the bucket. Goes up and no, not good. Bennett gets the rebound. Bennett gets it back to Schoeneck. Throws it up, not good. Boy, that one batted around. Medina clears the board momentarily. Buskirk has the ball for Whitehall, but he stepped on a baseline, and that was a good call.
That's a tough break.
Good call.
Oh, yeah, excellent call. A vote for the 3 officials, I guess.
Well, Gary was standing right there.
He's right on it. Oh, yeah.
I watched that. Here.
Let's watch right here.
You watch. Look, there's here.
Next one. Oh, man, I'm going to tell you what. Our camera crew shows us something a little different there.
Maybe from a different angle.
Yeah, right.
All right, let's get back to this one. Billman.
Easton clearly out of their offensive rhythm. Fitzpatrick has been their leading scorer. They're not getting real good shot opportunities right now. That's not a good one.
Medina clears the boards and flips over to Buskirk. 2:55 remaining a running. Whitehall leading 22-13.
Easton's 0 for 6 here in the second quarter.
Last time these two teams met at halftime, Easton led 23-20. Now they trail 22-13. Mulchaney with the ball. Ronnie Hassler, 8 years head coach.
Well, you know, one of the keys in this game and in the championship game was the fact that, you know, if you let Whitehall get ahead the way they are right now, you're going to be in big trouble because Whitehall will run and hide. That didn't happen in the championship game. Easton was always around a point or two if they fell behind 1 or 2, but primarily had the lead.
Oh, he had him by the wrist. No call. There's Buskirk making a move. Mulchaney, Fetchko, no. Rebound. Medina, follow-up, rejected. No foul. Bennett. Schoeneck has it. First field goal for Jeff. 22-15. Now, you know, I'm beginning to wonder. I thought yesterday, after watching 3 officials make 40 fouls, I'm wondering tonight, I don't see many fouls. 4 against Whitehall and 5 against Easton.
I think last night, John, what we saw was over-aggressive defenses. I think Coach Baxley even talked about it when he talked to the call reporters. He said we committed some silly fouls and did not blame officiating for it. I think you're looking at a little bit more disciplined defensive here, although there was some kind of action underneath there.
Where they dodged the bullet that time.
Ooh.
Easton trailing 22-15. 1:15 remaining here in the first half. Whitehall led 16-13 at the end of the first quarter. They outscored the Rovers 6-2 here in the second period. Right off the shoot top of Mike Buskirk.
What a tough break that is. You know, you deny the inlet pass there as you look at Stan Suffin, and Buskirk wound up finding with Mulchaney and Fetchko and then wound up kicking it out of bounds.
Medina gets that one. That was a bad shot.
Oh, Easton's taken a lot of bad shots this quarter. They're only 1 for 8. They've only have 2 points. There's 50 seconds to play in the quarter.
Okay, let's see what they do now. Buskirk to Mulchaney to Fetchko. I mean, let's see who's going to take it. Buskirk.
Fifth Whitehall turnover. I really thought Whitehall would look to go for the absolute last shot in that situation. Whitehall now 6 turnovers, Easton only 2. Really not that big a story, though. Those turnovers haven't, I mean, they've hurt Whitehall in getting shot opportunities, but have not let the Easton scores.
Billman. Ordway in a lineup for Easton, replacing Fitzpatrick.
Schoeneck out also.
Sit with 3 personal fouls.
There's Schoeneck out right now, and I'm sure Coach Suffin is not pleased with the shot selection offensively. Now, this I don't understand. Easton sitting on the ball, you're down 7, you need points.
That's my way of thinking.
Yeah, well, of course, their 2 big people are on the bench, but...
Well, so what? These kids can shoot.
I'll say.
Bartlett, Bennett. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. If it goes, not good. There, they lost everything. At the end of the first half, Whitehall 22, Easton 15. We'll be right back.
Are you tired of all the games played by car dealers? We are. If you want to buy a new car or truck without all the hassling and negotiating, stop by the Vinart dealerships on the Lehigh Street Auto Mile. There are no games, there's no hassling, no haggling. Each week, Vinart will shop the market to ensure the best possible no games price. Check the green tag on the rearview mirror for your no games price and let the games end. See Lehigh Valley Ford, Honda, Hyundai, and Suzuki on the Lehigh Street Auto Mile.
HBO in March. Share the triumphs with the Josephine Baker story. Share the joy in driving Miss Daisy. Share the wonder of the bear. Cheer with us. Laugh with us. Share the excitement. Call now and get HBO. Simply the best.
Cinemax, more movies. Cinemax, more choice. Cinemax, more movies. Cinemax, more choice. Cinemax, more movies. Cinemax, more movies, more toys. More choice. Cinemax, more movies. Cinemax, more choice. People ask me what's the score. I say Cinemax gives me more. More movies, more choice. Cinemax. See all you want to see. Turn on Service Electric Cable TV. We were the first to lead the way. The pioneering spirit is still with us today. Channel after channel, we bring you more. More of what you want to see is on Service Electric Cable TV.
Portion of the second half of tonight's ball game is brought to you in part by the Vinard Car Dealerships of the Lehigh Valley. Well, hi there once again, everybody. I'm Johnny Dady with Mike Zambelli, all set to bring you the second half of this District 11 Boys 4A Championship ball game from the Stabler Arena. Here at the halftime break, it is Whitehall leading Easton 22-15 after the Zephyrs had a 16-13 first quarter lead. High score for Whitehall in the first half. Mike Buskirk, 2 field goals, one of them a three-pointer, and 4 out of 4 from the foul line. Pete Lisicki, 2 field goals, one of them a three-pointer, 1 out of 1 from the foul line for 6 points. Greg Mulchaney was scoreless. Mike Fetchko had 2 attempts from the foul line. He missed them both. He's scoreless. And Tony Medina had a good first half, 2 field goals, 3 out of 4 fouls for 7. So the line for Whitehall, 6 field goals, 2 of them three-pointers, 8 out of 11 from the foul line for their total of 22. Only 4 personal fouls called against them, 1 against Medina, 1 against Fetchko, and 2 against Pete Lisicki. And now for Easton High School, a high score, Terrence Fitzpatrick, the 6'5 junior, 3 field goals, 6 points. Terry Bartlett had 1 field goal. It was a three-pointer. Terry Billman was scoreless. L.J. Bennett, 1 field goal, 2 out of 2 fouls for 4. Bob Apgar scoreless, and Brian Ordway was scoreless, and Jeff Schonek, 1 field goal for 2 points. So the line for Easton, 6 field goals, 1 of them a three-pointer, 2 out of 2 from the foul line for their total of 15 with 6 personal fouls, 3 against Fitzpatrick, 1 against Schonek, 1 against Bennett, 1 against Billman.
Rest of the percentages for the first half. As you see Ron Hassler going, man, that's like having a coach on the court with number 10 right there, Mike Buskirk. Field goals, Easton 6 of 20, Whitehall 6 of 13. Easton not particularly good shot selection in the second quarter. 30%, Whitehall 46%. We only had 2 field goals, as a matter of fact, in the second quarter. Free throws, Easton perfect, 2 of 2, Whitehall 8 of 11. That's more like Whitehall basketball. Easton 100%, Whitehall 73%. Turnovers, Easton 2, Whitehall committing 6. A little bit of a surprise, but as I mentioned, did not really hurt the Zephyrs in the first half. Keynote from the championship game, Medina 6 in the entire game, 7 the first half here. Buskirk 7 the entire game in the championship, 9 in the first half here. Big difference.
All right, ready to get the second half underway, and Easton will control. Gary Spengler, man in the striped shirt, hands Bennett the ball, and LJ inbounds to Jeff Schonek. Over to Terry Bartlett. So the Easton lineup right now is Bartlett, Schonek, Billman, Bennett, and Fitzpatrick.
Fitzpatrick in the lineup here in the second half with the 3 fouls. I fully look for Coach Hassler to attack him defensively with Medina posting him down low.
All right, for Whitehall, Fetchko, Schoeneck, Fitzpatrick. And I'm giving you Lisicki, Mulchaney, Buskirk, Medina.
Boy, Fitzpatrick almost had a heart attack down there. He thought he might get called for coming over the top. Some of the Zephyr people in this file, this side agree.
We call that in Lisicki, and that's his third. Bennett, LJ will inbounds. He gets it into Billman. Schoeneck back to Billman. 22-15. That's the score at halftime. That's the score here in the third period. Bennett, Buskirk knocks down, and it is saved by Fetchko, who backpedaled it right into Tony Medina's hands, and he flips over to Buskirk, and here comes Mike.
Well, I talked about the mismatch inside. That's a nice job by both Buskirk and Fetchko denying that pass inside, and then Fetchko saving it inbounds to Medina.
Mulchaney to Fetchko. Buskirk. Lisicki. 22-15, Whitehall. They're going to move that ball around like a hot potato.
Oh, much better than in the East Penn Conference Championship game, John. They're really much sharper in the half-court offense.
In game number 1 here tonight at Stabler Center, the 4A consolation game. Allen eliminated Pocono Mountain 78-65. Game number 2, Dwight gets from Allentown Central Catholic up their record to 28-1 with an 80-74 overtime victory. Medina too high, too hard, but Lisicki gets it, follows it up, not good. Medina gets it, bangs it into a crowd, but Bennett picks it up. Central Catholic defeated West Hazelton, the girls, 80-74 in overtime. We have 6 minutes remaining here in the third period. Neither team has scored in the first 2 minutes of action here in the third period. Billman, 10 feet out, no. Rebound by Fetchko. Wraps it up, knocked down, knocked in the air, and taken out of the air by Medina.
We gave the shooting percentages for the first half. The percentages in the second quarter. Whitehall was 1 for 5 for 20%. Easton was 1 for 10 for 10%. And now we're going almost 3 minutes here in the third quarter without a field goal from either team.
Fetchko. Medina. Oh, look at this. Give and go. No. Oh, you like that.
Boy, is there a lid on those baskets there? That ball was all but down. Fetchko maybe a little bit wiser to maybe try and use the glass. Tried to lay it right in. Didn't get a good roll.
But what a beautiful play.
Oh, it certainly was. They broke the double team.
Bartlett for 3. That's no good. Buskirk gets the rebound. And it's 2-on-2. Mike keeps. Gives it over to Mulchaney. Mulchaney's up for a shot. And they're going to call a foul from behind on Lisicki. And that'll be his 4th.
Oh, boy, that hurts.
So instead of getting the deuce, they get a foul on one of their key players.
Oh, yeah, that's more costly. Let's take a look at it here. You see Buskirk trying to set up Mulchaney, number 24, goes to the basket. No foul there. And then they get Lisicki for coming over the top.
Looked like body contact on Billman's part.
Well, it looked like he did as much as Lisicki did, that's for sure.
Bennett knocked out of bounds by Lisicki.
What a valuable experience that young freshman is gaining this season.
Gaining some here tonight, I'll tell you.
Oh, I'll say.
Inbounds to Bartlett. What a great name in sports that is down around the Easton area. Billman. The BB shots. Bartlett and Billman. Fitzpatrick picks up his 4th field goal. 22-17, Whitehall.
Well, again, and I talked about it before, now this is one of the few sets in the offense, but look for Whitehall to try and get Medina over on Fitzpatrick over there and try and make him play some defense.
3 for Lisicki. His 3rd field goal and his 2nd three-pointer. 25-17, his efforts by 8. We have 4 minutes remaining here in the third period. That's the first score. No. Each team has scored now in the third period. Bennett has to back off. Midway through the third quarter, Bartlett, Fitzpatrick, He's not jamming tonight. There's a foul. And a technical. And a tee.
Well, the fans have been after.
Foul, personal foul was on Terry Billman.
All right, let's take a look here.
Number 11, Terrence Billman. That's his second, team's first. Technical foul to Whitehall's number 54, Tony Medina.
Yeah, Tony got a little carried away there, as you could see. He clearly went out of his way to land that elbow. In other situations, he sometimes protects the ball that way, but he got a little carried away there.
I thought they called it on Fitzpatrick.
No, the tee goes against Medina.
He got it.
He sure did.
Schoeneck. 1 out of 2, but they get possession. 25-18, Whitehall. And LJ will inbounds for the Rovers. He not only was throwing an elbow there, he must have said something, because Gary was a couple feet away from him, Gary Spangler, and boy, he yelled that technical.
Yes, he did.
Bartlett, Bennett, Schoeneck. Bartlett makes a move, but can't get the shot away. Bartlett is in a key, in a lane. Oh, they dodged the bullet that time. Easton picked up the loose ball. Schoeneck for 3. No. Bennett rebounds it, and he is fouled. Against Lisicki? No, Mulchaney. Yep, on Mulchaney, his first.
Boy, Easton just still having all kind of rough time. Give some credit to Whitehall. Nice interior defense against the pass once Easton has penetrated.
LJ, 2 out of 2 from the foul line tonight to go along with a field goal. 3 out of 3.
Struggle a little bit in the free throw line in the first 2 games in the district play. I don't know, his dad's down in Florida. I don't know if he's home here for the championship game here tonight.
He's now 4 out of 4. Pulls the Rovers to within 5. They trail 25-20 with 3 minutes remaining in the third period. Whitehall had a 7-point advantage at the halftime break. Medina. Medina should have went for that shot.
Well, Tony's trying to be unselfish. You know,
Well,
Tony's
you can't try when you get an open shot like that.
Well, he's going against Schoeneck and Fitzpatrick again, and that's the intimidation side. You're right. Tony's better to just take it to the basket and try and get another foul on Fitzpatrick. Trying to be cute inside and set somebody up, and it's not working for him.
Bennett, 16 feet out. Not good. Fetchko with the rebound, and they're going to charge Fetchko, I think, with the foul. Yep. His second. There's Mike. Got caught going over the top. None shooting.
Fine all-around athlete, number 44.
Bartlett. Bennett.
Easton showing a little bit more movement offensively.
Schoeneck from the foul line. Fitzpatrick hooks it up and in. 5th field goal for Fitzpatrick. 25-22, Whitehall by 3.
Well, that's why I'd be attacking Fitzpatrick, because he's the guy. He's really been the only Easton offense here tonight.
That's right, 5 field goals.
Sure, his jumping, what do they have? They only have about 8 field goals on the night, 9 field goals on the night.
Medina was fouled before the shot.
That's a good move by Tony there. He must have heard you talking about it. That's a good, oh yeah, he's got to take that on. He cannot become intimidated with the size inside. He has quickness, good first step there, but the foul before the basket. Take a look at it there. That's a nice move by Medina. And you see Fitzpatrick with the 3 fouls, not offering any help defensively. That's out of bounds. Yeah. Mistake you won't see number 10 make too often.
Billman to Bennett to Bartlett. 1:45 remaining in the third period. The Zephyrs leading by just 3. They led by 7 at the halftime break.
Token Zephyr pressure there. They have really had it up tempo in that first half now, dropping back, and that's the way they've played it through most of the year.
Fitzpatrick have another banner night. Picks up his 6th field goal, 3 in the first half, 3 here in the third quarter, to pull the Rovers to within 125-24. Zoke, 5'11" sophomore, into the lineup for Whitehall, who made that turnover. He's replacing Lisicki, who has 4 personal fouls. So now Easton with an opportunity to go ahead for the first time in this ball game. 50 seconds and counting. 25-24. Here's Bennett. Bartlett. $40 seconds. Well, they did this in the first half when they were down by about 7 and it fizzled on them. Now they're down by 1 and they're doing it.
Whitehall with only 1 field goal in the third quarter and only 1 in the second quarter.
Billman, Bartlett, 14 seconds.
Look for Fitzpatrick.
Bartlett. There's Schoeneck from the deep corner on the baseline. No. Billman, yes. Billman picks up his first field goal at the buzzer, and Easton goes ahead for the first time in the ball game, 26-25. We'll be right back.
Are you tired of all the games played by car dealers? We are. If you want to buy a new car or truck without all the hassling and negotiating, stop by the Vinart dealerships on the Lehigh Street Auto Mile. There are no games, there's no hassling, no haggling. Each week, Vinart will shop the market to ensure the best possible no games price. Check the green tag on the rear view mirror for your no games price and let the games end. See Lehigh Valley Ford, Honda, Hyundai, and Suzuki on the Lehigh Street Auto Mile.
Serving northeastern Pennsylvania with award-winning community programming. This is Service Electric Cable TV Super 2.
All right, we're back here at the Stable Arena in that third quarter. Easton outscored Whitehall 11-3. Whitehall's 3 points was a three-pointer by Pete Lisicki, and after 3 quarters of play, Easton now leads the Zephyrs 26-25.
Well, Whitehall just 6 shot opportunities, but worse than that, only converted 1. 17% shooting in the third quarter to go along with 20% shooting in the second quarter. Easton 4 of 12, third quarter 33%. Whitehall committed 2 turnovers, Easton 1. For the game, Whitehall 8, Easton 3 in the turnover department.
Buskirk. Lisicki back in the lineup. Bob Dady from XKW just sent up a note. Tuesday's game at Allen High, a girls' game. Allentown Central Catholic will meet Lancaster Catholic at 8 o'clock. Medina, yes. Tony picks up his 3rd field goal. And also, the winner of this boys' ball game between Whitehall and Easton will be playing Tuesday night at Liberty, and they'll meet Steelton High Spire. 27-26, the Zephyrs. Billman, Bartlett, Schoeneck. They're going to have to do a lot of playing to get those games in before Easter. Buskirk.
Well, they'll be playing 3 games next week if they keep winning. They'll go Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday rotation, where the games that we did on Friday evening, Friday night teams that played will go Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Buskirk, no, didn't get the roll. Schoeneck got the rebound. Bartlett. Billman. The BB kids.
Tell you, they were outstanding in that league championship game.
Backcourt there. Bartlett's only a sophomore. Billman is a senior.
Right.
Easton has 7 seniors, 3 juniors, and 1 sophomore on the squad. Whitehall has 7 seniors, 6 juniors, 1 sophomore, and Lisicki, the freshman. Fitzpatrick, no. Follow-up by Bennett. Tapped it in. His second field goal, and Easton goes ahead again. This time 28-27 with 6 minutes remaining in regulation.
Good move by Bennett along the baseline. Had the inside position. Didn't come down with a rebound. Just tapped it back in. Got a nice roll.
Buskirk, Lisicki up high. Bullseye. That's 3.
Boy, and I'll tell you, that is what Bennett running all at him, right in his face. That's great concentration by the young freshman.
30-28, Whitehall. Schoeneck, offensive foul. He tried to do a little fancy Dan there and get a pass behind his back. That was called for the offensive foul, and that is his. They have him for 2, I have him for 3.
It's a nice job by Medina getting over there. The coaches are getting on him a little bit to start thinking a little bit. He came out, he's got 1 tee already. He pointed his finger at Schoeneck, and the coaches are getting on him a little bit to keep his cool. It's a nice defensive effort.
Buskirk picked up defensively by Bennett. Mulchaney needs help. Finds Fetchko open. Lisicki up high, that looks good. No, hit the front of the rim. Good play by Lisicki. He bounced it off of Billman's knee, and the Zephyrs get possession. That's a freshman for you.
I'll tell you, that's a great effort right there. That was good thinking, real quick reaction, and a nice job of following up his own shot.
The path of the ball was smack in the center of that rim.
Oh, he was
it just
dead
came
on.
up for short. Mulchaney, no. Schoeneck clears the board. That was a tough break there. It's a good shot by Mulchaney.
I think Mulchaney
He's scoreless tonight.
He should stay that aggressive. We saw him have a great week, championship week in the league. I think he needs to try and get involved more in the offense. That's a nice aggressive move. Yeah, that's a good aggressive move.
Billman, Bartlett.
Fetchko denying Fitzpatrick inside. That's what's been killing Whitehall.
Schoeneck. No. Medina clears the board.
That's a good defensive effort by Whitehall, forcing Schoeneck. That's a very difficult angle. He tried to shoot that one. He shot that from well behind that banking board, and it almost blocks you out where you almost really have no chance to make it.
All right, exactly 4 minutes remaining in this ball game in regulation. Whitehall leading 30-28. Good defensive move by Terry Billman, and there's a foul against Bennett, and that's only his second. And that is 13 foul, 14 foul.
Let's watch here now. You're going to see the pass. Bennett just, he tries to anticipate. He's a little late, and you see the hack on the arm on Lisicki.
Fitzpatrick had 13 of his 19 points in the second half of that last game to lead the Rovers into victory lane. None of the Zephyrs in the last ball game were in double figures. Tonight, we don't have any yet in double figures for Whitehall. Buskirk had 9 in the first half. He hasn't scored here in the second half. Medina had 7 in the first half. He got a deuce here in the second half, so he has 9. Lisicki has, oh yeah, he's a double figure now. Well, he got 2 3-pointers here in the second half. So he has 4 field goals. 3 of them are 3-pointers and a foul. 30-28, Whitehall by 2.
And I think one of the key things there too, John, is Buskirk. He came out, he looked offensive, and he scored in that first half. But if you think about it here in the second half, I don't think he's taken a shot. We're midway through. We're towards the end of the fourth quarter here. Mike's got to look for a shot. I admire him for his unselfishness and distributing the ball and getting it to everybody. But he's too good a shooter to pull the reins in for an entire half. Stan Suffin taking it all in on the sidelines. Kept his club in a locker room a long time at halftime. Sure, he gave them a good ball in that.
I remember he had a ball game over Liberty. I don't remember what it was. Buskirk up high.
There's the guy.
For 3.
That's the guy I'm talking about. He has to look to take his shot. He's too good a shooter.
Or it may have been up the Allen High Phys Ed Center when Sutton walked in. right before the teams were ready to take the court with his team.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Fetchko goes airborne to pull down a big rebound. And here comes Busker. 3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in regulation, and Whitehall leading by 5, 33-28.
And this is the situation, if you're Easton, you do not want to be in, because Whitehall will toss it around and wait for you to foul. Oh, that's an uncustomary mistake there.
That's that walking call.
Oh, I hate it. I hate it. You can't make a move on anybody.
No, that's right.
And then you watch the NBA, they want to say them guys are all Americans in all worlds.
Three
they
steps.
Four steps.
Yeah. Busker. Up, off the glass. Bingo.
That's my money, man. That guy's got to shoot more.
35-28.
The last of the three amigos, a big defensive effort and the conversion.
How's the other two amigos?
I'm sure one of them's here tonight. You can bet on that. Klutcherich is out there somewhere.
We're talking about Klutcherich and Gunkowski.
You don't remember?
Personal foul on Medina, Tony's second.
Remember last year when these guys were getting their medals out there and they put the medal around Gronkowski and said, I'm going to go to Disney World. Tell you, while the East Penn Conference has been a little bit nasty to the Zephyrs, District 11 tournament has been awfully kind to them. They are looking for their third straight under Ron Hassler. They've won in 89 and they've won in 90 and looking to make it in 91.
Fitzpatrick, first trip to the foul line, hits it. He has 6 field goals, now 13 points. Missed it, and Medina comes down with the rebound. 35-29 Whitehall. 2:30 and running remaining in this ball game. Busker, Lisicki. Foul against Billman.
Yeah, Billman had a hand on his back. You can't touch him. This isn't the NBA. They're not going to give you that.
Ron Singer does a good job, you know, as an official.
Yes, he does.
Well, you got 3 good ones there tonight.
Yeah, Spangler and D'Angelo doing a real good job also.
Lisicki on a foul line, had 1 attempt tonight.
And there goes the wall.
And he hit it. 2 for 2. 36-29.
Saw Pete and his father at just about all of the games when Whitehall was idle. They got that first round bye, and he and his father doing a little scouting.
Wow. 3 for 3, 37-29. Biggest lead in the ball game, and it belongs to Whitehall. Here's Billman, 2:10 and running remaining. Schoeneck fire that one up without looking. Bennett rebounds it. Bennett follows it up and in, and he was fouled. LJ picks up his 3rd field goal.
No, that's a tough conversion by number 21 there. I think we have a foul off the ball against Fetchko. Yes, we do. Number 44.
His 3rd.
And that's a tough personal foul right there. That's going to give Schoeneck. This could convert into a 4-point play. With the conversion by Bennett, Schoeneck cans 2. That could be a 4-point play. Tony looking to take it out of bounds. That's not the shooter.
Schoeneck 2 out of 3 from the foul line. 37-32 Whitehall. 2 minutes and 4 seconds remaining in regulation. Schoeneck pops it. Missed his first attempt tonight and then hit 3 in a row.
Man, that keeps Easton with an opportunity here. That was a big series.
A lot of pressure. Mulchaney's up over the timeline. Look out. Lisicki. 5th field goal for Lisicki. 39-33.
Excellent effort by Mulchaney on the break.
1:45 and running. Bennett, Bartlett for 3. No. Medina goes airborne for that one. Wraps it up. Looks around. Throw it away to Lisicki. Get over the line. Get over the line. Okay, Medina. Mulchaney. Look at this.
Goaltending.
Fetchko.
Went in anyhow.
Fetchko's first field goal of the night. Makes it 41-33, and baby, that could be it.
I'll tell you, that's right. 1:24 to go.
Billman. Bartlett. Billman for 3. Air ball. Air ball. And the Zephyrs will get it back court. There's Ronnie. Look, he's a little relaxed there.
He's not relaxed. Don't ever tell me he's relaxed. He doesn't relax.
Somebody in the band said he's smiling. He wasn't smiling.
He doesn't. I'll tell you what. He puts his second teamers in with a 20-point lead and expects them to be working just as hard as the first team, and that's why he's so successful.
And he's putting a sophomore in, Matt Zoke, 5'11". And he's replacing Mulchaney. Didn't score tonight, but played a great floor game. Buskirk on the foul line. Personal foul was against Bartlett. Buskirk, 5 out of 5.
Look, great concentration.
His first point, no, first on the foul line.
He hit that three-pointer.
Yeah. He has 2 field goals.
Well, Doc Horlocker called it. This man has to look offense for Whitehall for them to be successful.
6 out of 6.
You just can't be that good a shooter and not look for your shot. As soon as we talked about it, he canned a three-pointer.
10 points, 1 minute and 5 seconds. Bennett, nope. Rebound, Bennett, lost it. Picked up by Lisicki. No, that was Zoke. Here's Buskirk over the timeline. Looks for Lisicki. Gets it over to Fetchko to Buskirk. Look out, look out. 45 seconds. They turn it over. Easton substitution, Brian Ordway into the lineup, replacing Jeff Schoeneck. Boy, it's not going to take long to tally up this score sheet.
No, not like the last one, huh?
Girls game.
The girls game, yeah.
Can you believe that?
Oh, yeah, they
We
moved.
had 154 points in a girls game. 30 seconds, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, you can mark this one up for the Zephyrs.
Medina.
What do they say about revenge?
Lisicki didn't go off the glass and missed it. Avenge, revenge, whatever you want it. Fitzpatrick. Yes. 7 field goal.
And that's truly a bleeder there. Fitzpatrick looked like he was looking to go up and jam and lost a handle on it, and it just trickled around the rim and fell down for him. 4 seconds.
Oh, come on, come on.
Intentional foul call.
I hope so.
Yep.
Yep. The 4th foul against Fitzpatrick, but the officials give the signal.
Well, let's watch
here. It
here.
was intentional.
Watch Buskirk here. Does a nice job of maintaining his cool. That's right in front of the Zephyr bench. That is uncalled for.
Bartlett comes out of the lineup. Buskirk on the line. Fetchko comes out.
It's a nice gesture here and a smart thing by Ron Hassler with 3 seconds. Get them guys out of there. You're going into the interdistrict.
Lisicki comes out. 16 points for Pistol Pete.
He is a pistol, too. A lot of them with people running out at him.
Buskirk, 7 out of 7 from the foul line.
It's Whitehall basketball. Hey, here's a team, John, scored 1 field goal the second quarter, 1 field goal in the third quarter, and they're going to win the District 11 championship. That's amazing.
And good defense. They held Easton to 2 points in the second quarter. 44-35, Whitehall. 8 out of 8.
And here comes the real leader in my mind. He's now coming to the bench. And don't think...
And he gets a standing ovation.
Don't think for 1 minute that tonight doesn't feel real good.
And he has 18 points on a night.
2 weeks ago, they lost the East Penn Conference Championship. 2 years in a row, they were denied there.
Jamie Peretz in the lineup. That's it. Basketball game. Whitehall avenges an earlier season setback with a 45-35 win over Easton.
Well, they make it 3 in a row. They won 89 and 90 under Ron Hassler, also in 85. And I talked about, while that East Penn Conference tournament has been awfully mean to this team, the District 11 tournament has been nothing but their backyard playground. They have won under Hassler 85, 89, and 90. Now 91, so that's 4 out of the 8 years Hassler's coached there. He's won a district championship. If you go back further in the 80s, under Dick Tracy, they won in 81, 82, and 83. Ron Hassler is smiling. There he goes. He can crack a smile. There's one. And then you go back to 1949 under Bob Steckel. They also won a championship. This is Whitehall's 8th overall District 11 championship. 3 straight for Ronnie Hassler, and certainly congratulations to them. This will keep them close to home. The loser, Easton, tonight, their record drops to 22-7. They will now have to travel and play Williamsport, the Millionaires in their backyard, and that is not a fun trip. That is not a fun trip. Ask John Don Moyer and the Allen Canaries. He's had to make it the last 2 years, and he couldn't stand it. Allen, by the way, will be playing either Ridley or Ben Salem. The winner tonight will stay home, and that is Whitehall. They will be playing at Liberty. They will be playing Steelton High Spire. There's been a lot of talk about actually the consolation winner, Allen, having a little bit the better of the go of it. Eventually, Whitehall will have to run into Chester. If they win one game on Tuesday, they'll probably have to run into Chester. And Easton will probably have to run into Glen Mills as early as Thursday, and that is not a good draw coming up into the inner districts.
Last time these two teams met, Whitehall did not have a player in double figures. Tonight they have 3. They took a 16-13 first quarter lead, and they outscored Easton 6-2 in the second period to take a 22-15 lead into the locker room at the halftime break. There's a proud man. But the third period belonged to Easton as the Rovers outscored the Zephyrs 11-3. And after 3 quarters of play, Easton led 26-25. But the fourth quarter, all Whitehall, as they outscored Easton 20-9 to win a ball game going away 45-35. Mike Buskirk took individual scoring honors for the night for Whitehall with 18 points. He had 4 field goals, 2 of them 3-pointers, 8 out of 8 from the foul line. Pete Lisicki, 5 field goals, 3 of them 3-pointers, 3 out of 3 from the foul line for 16 points. Greg Mulchaney and Matt Zoke were scoreless. Mike Fetchko had a field goal. He had 2 attempts from the foul line. He missed them both. He had 2 points. And Tony Medina, a good night, 3 field goals, 3 out of 4 fouls for 12. So the line for Whitehall, 13 field goals, including 5 3-pointers, 14 of 17 from the foul line. For their total of 45, they had 10 personal fouls called against them. High score for Easton, Terry Fitzpatrick. 7 field goals, 1 out of 2 fouls for 15. Terry Bartlett, 1 field goal, a 3-pointer. Terry Billman, a field goal, a 2-pointer. L.J. Bennett, 3 field goals, 4 out of 4 fouls for 10 points. And Jeff Schonek had 1 field goal, 3 out of 4 fouls for 5. So the line for Easton, 13 field goals, including 1 3-pointer, 8 out of 10 from the foul line for their 35. They had 13 personal fouls called against them. I don't know if they're going to be interviewing Hassler.
I don't know.
I wonder if we could go down.
Let me take a shot. Let me run down
Let's see if Andy Himmelreich gives us a green light.
All right. I was just told through the headset we were told no post-game interviews.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. There you saw it. You saw Whitehall getting their awards. A very happy Ron Hassler, and I'll tell you, and I know I'm personally happy for him also. I mean, there's a young man who's gone through the East Penn Conference with no championship, but he gets this team to rebound. He somehow has to tell them, hey, you could meet him somewhere down the road. It happened, and they showed their true heart. They came out of here a winner with the District 11 championship.
3 games tonight, the 4A consolation game. Allen eliminated Pocono Mountain 78-65. 3A girls championship, the Vikings from Central Catholic, led by Michelle Marciniak's 32 points, defeated West Hazelton in overtime, 80-74. And the 4A boys championship, the trophy goes to Whitehall with a 45-35 win over Easton. And that's it. Keep tuned to Super 2 Sports for a rundown on the game. The PIAA state tourney games will be carrying your way. As a matter of fact, I have a hotline phone number for you. You can call the Super 2 Sports line for a complete district, and I don't have the number. Just call Service Electric Cable TV. Okay, on behalf of our producer, director, Andy Himmelreich, our fine camera crew, my sidekick, Mike Zambelli, I'm Johnny Dady saying goodnight from Stabler Arena. This has been a Super 2